Hello, fantastic Maryville University students. My name is Dr. Stan Reilly, and I am going to be your guide, your instructor, your facilitator through the next 8 weeks as we explore together uh, the key and primary tenets of operations management. Some of you may already have experience in it, and maybe it's what you do today in your career, or maybe you've just studied it in the past in other forms or fashions, or maybe you have you're actually performing various functions of operations management and just don't know that that's what you're doing. So all of that we're going to look at considerably more in depth. But of course, like any subject matter that's complex, it's going to be impossible to cover everything. Anyway, I wanted just to say hello and welcome to our class, and just realize and understand that I am here for your success. I want all of you to make A's. I want you to keep the A that you already have, but that's going to be up to you. Um, just a little bit about myself. I worked almost 20 years in healthcare administration. So as a department director, so the element of logistics and inventory management and operations and quality and trying to keep resources uh, as lean and not over done, for lack of better words, uh, so that whenever we look at our profit margins based on expenses and returns, um, we can have beyond break even, and all of that can come about, or certainly operations management contributes to the success of any industry, including healthcare. Um, of course, we tend to think of manufacturing, but operations management goes into all facets. Hospitality and tourism, healthcare, education, uh, and I'm thinking about how operations management has been talked about fairly recently with regards to distribution of equipment and other types of protective PPE. And now we're looking at distribution of vaccines. So all of this is part of the logistical supply chain conversation that we'll be having in our time together here at Maryville. Um, Again, my 18 years in healthcare administration, again, I always round it off. It was 18 plus. I say almost 2 decades, uh, has given me a great perspective on how important having what you need when you need it is. So, so as we discuss various parts of operations management in general, just realize that I do have experience in it. I am not an operations manager, but I like many of you, I did it, but I wasn't necessarily saying that I was. It was just part integrated, woven in as part of my other job duties. Okay, so and that's probably what a lot of us um, experience as well. I wanted to just take a couple of more minutes, a few more minutes to give you just a better overview of what to expect. Please uh, make sure that you read all announcements every week that I post, because I will post updates and other types of additional information that you'll need to know moving forward for the next week or the weeks ahead. So stop in at announcements. I know it's tempting to go right to the assignment or the discussion and leap over the announcement because Dr. Riley's just going to just say the same old stuff over and over again. I promise you I won't. Hopefully, I can provide you some examples and other supplemental materials in addition to my weekly overview in announcements that will help you to do even better. All right, in your pursuit within this course. Um, so announcements, we'll segue that into discussions. There's like mostly one discussion each week. Some weeks I think there are two, but mostly there's only one discussion question, and you will need to provide at least two follow-ups to your classmates or to me by each Wednesday of each week. And rewind that. You'll need to post your primary response by each Wednesday and at least two follow-ups by the Sunday night of that particular week. That's the way it goes. But yeah, your primary response should be that jumping off point. Make sure that you are make sure that you come up with some things that will prompt responses and further conversation, not just posting basically an essay. Let's have an actual conversation in our class. Of course, it needs to be scholarly. This is school. You need to do the research, but also don't be concerned or fearful of sharing your own real world experiences or thoughts or ideas or opinions about the particular topic for that week. Maybe something you saw on the news, maybe something that you have worked on in the past. Share that. This is how we learn best from each other. So let me reiterate that since I mumbled it the first time. Your primary posting to the main discussion question is due by each Wednesday of the week, and at least two follow-ups by Sunday night. Feel free to post as often as you like and throughout the week, but those are the two deadlines within the week. Also, note that you will have an assignment each week, and you will also have a bit of homework per se, because you will be the course itself is linked very tightly in with the McGraw-Hill system, where a lot of the work that you actually do will get scored automatically and sent into the grade book. So that being said, you will, hopefully I've set it up correctly so that you will have access to everything that you'll need as well. But this technology interface with assignments and grading and homework and that sort of thing is something that is kind of the way of the future. Particularly taking classes online. My belief is that the system is set up to show you what you did right next to what you did not do correctly, so that you can learn from that. All right, and also if you have any follow-up questions for me, don't hesitate. Our biggest interaction is going to be through the discussion questions. All right. So this is where we're going to really exchange our ideas best. So even though you do have an assignment each week, you do have, I'm looking down at my notes, you do have the SmartBook assignments. You have the assignments that are linked with the McGraw-Hill ensemble, I would say. So even though it sounds like it's really busy, some of these assignments are not that lengthy. Do note that you have two exams, the one in the middle, call it a midterm, week 4, and one at the end of our time together in week 8. So these will be Again, linked in to the ensemble system, and you know, true false multiple choice type questions. So no essay type questions. In fact, the writing assignments are very, very limited. Um, in this particular course, because what you're really looking at are working out ways to show data. And so I wanted to tell you that I am not an Excel guru, and I don't expect any of you to be either. So when you have to use Excel in the course, do the very best you can. There, practice with it. Use the formulas that are provided. Um, uh, don't hesitate to try, and and if you don't get it right the first time, uh, we can talk about it. But it's really important for you to know that this there is an Excel component, because spreadsheets themselves are a way of tracking and keeping up with our logistics and other types of operational management duties. But it's also critical thinking. It's a little bit of mathematics, and and some writing as well, but not much. Um, Most of the writing that you'll do will be in our discussion forums. So as we look at things like inventory management, logistics, supply chain, lean operations like Six Sigma, quality, we focus on that these days, as we should in our companies, industries. But measuring it, the metric of it, I like ISO, and of course the various belts within Six Sigma. We'll be looking at sustainability, because that generates profitability as well. And then forecasting trends, projections, as I said. And then we'll take a look at like globalization and how that is becoming something that most companies are seeking, particularly as we hope that trade will open up and give us more opportunities to interact with our international neighbors. Um, so I want to make sure that you know that I'm here for you, as I said before. I'm emphasizing that. So communication is very important. If there's something that I need to know about, please let me know. You can use the Canvas email. You can use my Maryville email address to reach out. Proactivity is better than reactivity, meaning you can let me know something in advance before it actually happens, and then I find out afterwards. The advance is so much better if you can. All right. Um, but again, if there's a problem in the course, if there's something you can't figure out, if there's something you don't see that you should be seeing, let me know. All right, because I can hopefully fix it on my side. You always have IT support to reach out to as well as a follow up. Please make sure that you look at the section where I have posted my office hours, and again, more access information for you. Again, make sure that you read the syllabus thoroughly. And uh, again, when you post your intro, tell us all about yourself, so that we can celebrate our diversity and get to know each other even better in the weeks ahead. Um, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I've taken up enough as it is, but I am so excited about working with each one of you and learning from you as well. So again, let this is kind of a techno human tech. Let's call it an Android type course where I'm here, and but you are tied into a system that also will help you to track your a success